Did I scare you? Yeah, okay. What is going on, you guys? It is your boy, the Wizard here, and today we are ranking the Alice in Chains albums. Disclaimer. Disclaimer before I start this video. I will not be including their EP Sap because it only has 4 songs and it's kind of hard to rank something that only has 4 songs, ain't really full length. It wouldn't be fair to the other albums, you know. And second of all, I will not be ranking the 3 albums that came after Lane Staley's death. This will only be Lane Staley albums, okay? Only the ones that had him on it. Because that's the only Alice in Chains that I'll ever listen to, because that's what Alice in Chains was. And after they continued after his death, I think that was very disrespectful. I think they should have stopped being a band, as any other band should do after they lose their, like, all-time member, you know, that pretty much made the band as well. Like how John Bonham, after he passed, they stopped doing Led Zeppelin stuff, because you can't be Led Zeppelin without Bonham. You can't be Alice in Chains without Lane Staley. It's impossible. It's not going to be the same. As you can see, I'm wearing my Jar of Flies t-shirt, because that's a fucking amazing EP. I will be adding that EP on here. I know a lot of people don't add Jar of Flies on their list because it's an EP. That is a full-length album. It is like 30 minutes. It's an album. It has 7 songs. That's an album to me, not an EP. Plus, it went platinum a bunch, so it's going to get on this list. So, let's get started. I'm probably going to piss some people off here, starting with number 4. Yeah, I'm probably going to get some backlash for this in the comments, but it'll be okay. Number 4 is their first album, Facelift. I love this album. Don't get me wrong. There's not a bad album here. Every album here is spectacular. This one just kind of falls a little bit behind the other ones because there's not as many memorable tracks on here that I go back to. I know a bunch of them, like Confusion, Sunshine, I Know Something About You. Those are all really good, but the only ones I go back to are We Die Young, Man in the Box. I mean, come on. It's Man in the Box, and We Die Young is such an underrated track. Bleed the Freak, which is a beautiful, beautiful track that I think really showcases Lane's amazing vocals on that track. Especially near the later half when he's in that bridge part. Oh, man. But also, probably one of the most underrated Alice in Chains songs are on this album. One of the most is It Ain't Like That. It Ain't Like That is one of the greatest Alice in Chains songs of all time, in my opinion. I don't know if it's top 10 or top 15, but it's in there. It's such like, come on, you can't hate it. It's fucking badass. But really, all I can say about this album is it's a really good debut for them. A really good debut. But they kind of started to get into more of their sound after this album. So this album didn't rank as high up as some of their other ones that I've heard. But I still really love this album. Don't get me wrong. It's a great album. I love it. Just not one of the ones that I go back to as much. So with that said, I give Facelift a 94. Still a great album. Not as many good tracks on here as the other ones, but a spectacular debut from Alice in Chains. Beautiful. Moving right along, because it's going to be a short video, guys. I'm sorry. There's not that many albums here. We're going to try to fly through these. Number 3 is their self-titled Alice in Chains from 1995. This album really, really surprises me because after hearing their first album, their second album, then their EPs, you're like, wow, I really dig this sound. In this album, they completely do a 180 and do complete sludge metal. Almost. Like, it is sludgy as hell and it is depressing. This is whenever Lane Staley was going through a really dark time, and he said that a lot of the lyrics were just stuff that he was literally writing off the top of his head and just making it go. And you can really see that here in this album because he's just, every word that he sings in this album is dark and depressing, but you feel it. You feel it with the raw music and like that goes behind it. And one of my favorite tracks off this album, actually my favorite track off this album is God Am. Yeah, that song is dark, but man, does it slap you in the face. Same with Sludge Factory. My God, that is a 7-minute horror show of a sounding song. Like, it sounds horrifying, but it's so like, what is going on? But let me tell you, the MTV Unplugged version of Sludge Factory is so much better than the studio version. I love the MTV Unplugged version. Way better than the studio version. But you got other tracks on here like Grind, Again, Frogs, which Frogs is an 8-minute clusterfuck of whatever it is. Like, it is insane, that song. It's not bad. I'm just saying it's an interesting song for them to put on this album. It's very wild. It's something like I've never heard before from them. That's what I'm going to say about this album. This is their most different sounding album out of any of their discography. This album is raw, emotional, and just sad. Like, that's all I can really put this album is. Is it dark, sad, epic, last standing ovation for Alice in Chains, because this is the last album they made with Lane Staley, and you can really feel how devastating it is in this album after knowing what the history is of their band. And yeah, there is some pretty good tracks on here, a lot that I really, really enjoyed. Some, I like the MTV versions better than the studio versions on this album, but other than that, this album rocks, and it was such a good album to listen to, and I'm trying to think of some other words to put together with this album, but it's something different, man. It's something else. You can't really put it against anything else because it's just by itself, it's its own thing. It's so weird. But anyways, I give their self-titled a 98%. It is amazing. The production is insane on this album. Okay, we're already getting into the top two. Now, these two could flip-flop any which way you could, honestly. Like, these two albums, it's difficult. It's difficult. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and do it. Number 2 is Dirt. I know. Listen, it could have been number 1. But my God, this album is probably the almighty grunge album of the 90s. This album has every single banger on it from Alice in Chains. Them Bones, Damn That River, Rain When I Die, fucking Down in a Hole, Junkhead, Sick Man, Godsmack, Wood, Angry Chair. Like, name any Alice in Chains song and you'll probably be naming it off this album because everybody knows Dirt. Everybody loves Dirt. Nobody hates this album. I have yet to meet one person that hates this album. It is spectacular. I think this is one of the best grunge albums of all time. Probably the pinnacle grunge album of all time, besides Nevermind by Nirvana. But every track is a banger. Every track goes hard. The production is spectacular. And Lane's voice on this album is amazing. Jerry Cantrell's guitar riffs are otherworldly on this album. It sounds heavy. It sounds raw. The drums are killer. Sean Kinney is an amazing drummer. And the bass, oh my God, the bass on Rain When I Die, that heavy, just like deep bass is insane, dude. I love this album. This album, when I first heard it, I had a little bit of a, like, some tracks were a little odd and weird to me, but the more you go back to them, like Sick Man and all those, they get better. They just get better with every single listen, and it's amazing. So yeah, I give Dirt a 99%. It's near perfect. It's like right there. It's near perfect. But we all know what my number 1 is. We all know. I'm wearing the shirt. You already know what time it is. Number 1 is Jar of Flies. what else can you say about this album that so many people have already said, you know? It's like you have Rotten Apple, which is a 7-minute, like, you can just sit there and get drunk or high. That is the song to put on, Rotten Apple and Nutshell. But I will tell you a story. In this basement, actually, a couple years ago, like 2022, me and my cousin, we got we got drunk one night, and we were sitting here with my Bluetooth jukebox, and he put on "I Stay Away," and I had never heard it at that point, and I was just like, "Oh my God, this is something else. This is otherworldly. This is insane. What is this song?" And I kept trying to ask him what it was. And he finally showed me what it was, and I was like, wow, I got to get on this bandwagon because, Jesus, this song. I Stay Away, No Excuses, which all I can say about No Excuses, the song, is the drumming is excellent on that song. But then you have, like, slower songs, like the instrumental Whale and Wasp, which is, oh my God, spectacular from Jerry Cantrell. Then you have songs like Don't Follow and Swing This, Swing This is the only like upbeat song on the album, and then Don't Follow is like the slower, melodic, like lyrical genius of that song is just insane. I'm trying to think of all these different words to describe this album, but it's so hard because it's just spectacular. It's excellent. It's grand. It's sad. It's more sad than their self-titled, I think. But yeah, other than that, Jar of Flies is easily a 100%. Easily. Every song is amazing. I have this album on both CD and vinyl, and it sounds amazing every time. If you're ever out there and you're dealing with a hard time, just put on Nutshell. Just put on Nutshell, and you'll feel a lot better. All right, guys. That is it for me today. I know it was kind of a short video, and I'm sorry about that. I'm also sorry about my voice maybe cracking a little bit, but it's because I've had allergies this past few days, so it's kind of kicking my ass. But we're getting better. We're making it through. All right, guys. Peace!